It's been really crazy around here. Hey guys, Ken here. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I've done a video. It's been really crazy around here with the move and everything that entails. And the 3.5 weeks we spent taking things over to the thrift store twice a day and setting everything back up and getting reconnected to the internet and on and on and on. I had planned on doing a what sold video for the month of September. That's another thing that's kind of late because of all these other things I've had to do, and I hope you can bear with me because it's a real challenge when you have to move. You don't realize how much stuff you've got until you have to move it. But what I wanted to do today was kind of a preview on something that I do every year, once a year, and I wanted to share it with you. Now, as some of you may know, I am a professional photographer, been one for over 20 plus years. I shoot basically nature, scenic, and wildlife for home and office decor. And one of the things that I do every year for the past 8 years is I put together a yearly calendar, photo calendar. A lot of photographers do this, and it proves to be a good source of income once a year. And I was planning on getting it out early, like around the first week in October at the start of Q4, but that didn't happen. And I just recently finished the upload. Now, the way I used to do this is I used to work with a company where I had to purchase, like I had to guesstimate at how many copies I thought I was going to sell for the year, like maybe 200, and then I had to pay for that entire order before they would even print the first calendar. And that was like $1,000 on my credit card. So after a few years of doing that, I found another company, a better company that does what they call print on demand, which means all I have to do is upload the images to an account that I have registered with them. And then when I'm ready to drive traffic to that link, people can just go and buy how many they need. And they handle all the product fulfillment and shipping and printing and all that stuff. And I just take a percentage over what I charge for my profit margin. But but I wanted to kind of give you a preview today. I don't have any copies available right now because I just finished the project this morning and I uploaded it, and then I went ahead and ordered 3 copies for myself. I buy 1 copy for my wife and myself, and I always buy a copy for my dad. And also we bought a copy for one of Kim's Kim's best friend who lives on the East Coast. But basically, that order got placed this morning, and it won't be here for about a week. So I don't have any copies to show you, but what I can do is take you to the order page where I can actually show you the images, at least, of what's going to be on the 2023 calendar. That way you kind of get a preview of it. I know it's not the same, looking at something on the internet as it is when you actually have it in print in your hand, but at least it'll give you a little bit of a preview for that. So that's what I wanted to do today. So without any further ado, let's go to that page right now. Okay, guys, here we are on the order page itself. This is a site known as createphotocalendars.com, and this is where I am now producing my calendars from. Like I said, it's print on demand. All you have to do is go to the link that I'm going to provide. In fact, if you'd like to start ordering, these make great Christmas gifts, and if you'd like to start ordering early, the link will be in the description. It's a direct link to this page that you're seeing right here on the screen. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the links just to show you what the images for each month are going to look like, just to kind of give you an idea, so you have some preview of what you might be ordering. Okay, and I'm selling these for $20 each. Now, I have to say this, a lot of photographers with my level of experience usually sell their calendars at around $25 or more. Okay, but I realize we're all going through this inflation thing, and people are struggling, on what they want to spend their money on, and gas is still high, food is still high. My goodness. So what I did was I decided to back off that price. I could charge 25 and get it because, you know, like I said, I've been in this over 20 years. But what I wanted to do is give my customers a break. And what I'm going to be offering, I'm going to be offering these calendars at $20 instead of 25. Okay, just so you know that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this image right here. And this is the actual order page you will see when you go. Now, I have to say this. Google Chrome has been having some technical issues of late. And if you go to this page and you see some images that are missing on the page, then just change browsers. Go through Firefox. That's what I did. And Firefox works great. You see everything, no problems. Okay, so just in case you run into a problem with that and you can't see all the images, try a different browser, try Firefox, and it should work fine. Okay, little disclaimer there. Now, what I'm going to do is, let me show you this real quick. When you order, you know, here's your quantity that you want to put in. And when you order, you can choose the type of backing, coil backing. I choose the black twin wire loop, but it has a drop down and it gives you some plastic coils. And these are all different colors. And they also give you what's called saddle stitch, which means there's no coil binding. It's just stitched to the edge of the calendar. Nice and clean and professional. And if you want that, you can choose for that option as well. I prefer the black twin wire loop. I like that. So that's the one I choose. Okay, so now what you want to do, I'm going to click on this image right here. Now this is the cover photo. This is the cover photo to the calendar itself. I designed this in Photoshop. This is one of my shots of the jetty at sunset here on the Oregon coast. And I'm just going to kind of rifle through these and just show you what the other months look like so you get an idea. Okay, I go here. Now here's the first image. This is some wild winter waves that I photographed off the coast. We usually have our biggest waves in winter, and that's where I got this image. And of course, there's going to be a caption up here that kind of explains the image, and you can't see it too well here. I'll show it to you on the next image. Let me get past this. This is what the calendar, other part of the calendar looks like. And here's February. This is here in town. It's the Seagull River Bridge during February, so I figured I'd choose something for Valentine's Day. Okay, but what I wanted to show you, see down here in the right-hand corner, there's a little signature here. Okay, that is my actual signature. Okay, it's digitized and it's on every image. So basically, what you're going to get on every image is my signature. Now, this isn't one of those signatures where you pay a company $49 and they create some fancy signature for you. I didn't want to do that because basically it's not my signature. If I were to sign something, the signatures would look completely different. So I wanted to go with my signature, so I figured out how to sign something and actually digitize it and make it into a transparency so I could put it on each photo. So you're basically getting a signed copy of each image. Okay, so that's February. I'm going to go past this. And here's March. This is Table Rock in Bandon, Oregon. It's about, I haven't been to Bandon in a long time, but I forget how long of a drive it is. I think it's close to an hour south, maybe two. But beautiful image off the Pacific coast. It's a big, huge rock. That's for, I believe, for March. Yeah, for March. And here's a shot I took in Newport, Oregon of the commercial fishing boats that moor there. And I chose that image for March. And then this one is in town. This is on the boardwalk here where I live. And this is what they call blue hour. This is actually when the sky turns blue just before it comes out of black night, and then it goes blue, and then the sun comes up and it turns, you know, white or whatever. But this is usually a favorite time for photographers to photograph, is you get that nice deep blue sky. And this is our boardwalk here in town. And as you can see, the digital signatures right there. You can see it very clearly. Okay, and I'm going to go past this piece. And here's a heron, a blue heron. I know he doesn't look blue because I photographed him here in town in early morning sunlight and what they call golden hour. Okay, golden hour light. And he just stood there. These guys, they'll stay there for like hours sometimes, and they won't even move. He posed real nice for me. And this is a heron at sunrise, okay, in town. And that is for June. Now, July image, we also have great egrets that visit us here in town. And here's one that was walking around in the shallows and low tide on the river, on the Seagull River. And I was able to capture him a little bit from above, so I was able to get that angle. Beautiful, beautiful birds. And he was just walking around in the mud looking for fish and things like that. They do that. Okay. And here is the month. Now, this is the Hastings Head Lighthouse, which is about 10 or 12 minutes drive north of here. A very famous lighthouse. In fact, this lighthouse has been quoted as saying that people have said that this is the most photographed lighthouse in the entire USA. And I only live about 12 minutes from it. And it took me actually 2 years to get this angle because it's up the side of a cliff. And you got to hold on to the rocks and be careful because there's nothing on the other side but cliff and, ocean. So this was a particular morning where it was about 60 degrees and there was absolutely no wind, which is really unusual here on the coast. We usually get high winds off the ocean. But I was able to capture this image. I'd always wanted to get this image, but I had to wait 2 years for the right conditions, to actually get this photo. So I was very happy to get that and share it with you. Okay, and that was for August. We took a trip one summer to Multnomah Falls. This is a very famous waterfall. I think it's like a 200-foot waterfall. Now, the original image is a portrait, going this way, which shows more of the bottom of the fall. But since the calendar is landscape, I just cropped it a little, made a new image out of it. And this is a very, well-traveled. There's a nice bridge here, as you can see in the photo. A lot of people go up on that bridge and are able to look down. Very famous waterfall. A lot of people go there. And this is in Oregon. I think it's in the Columbia River Gorge segment of the state, over by Sandy, Oregon. We went visiting some friends one summer for about, I'm not sure how long we were there, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. And we were able to go. And this waterfall is part of like 7 different waterfalls along that area. And I always wanted to photograph. And this was actually a sunset at about 7 p.m. at night when I saw this. And I love how the light cascades off the mountain and everything. Just incredible opportunity. And I had to photograph that. And that was for September. October, here we go. I love seagulls, guys. One of my favorite birds. And we went up to Cape Perpetua, and this was a turnoff off the side of the road off of Highway 101. And there was this seagull just standing there. I think maybe he thought I was going to throw him some food or something, because they're scavengers and they love to eat French fries. But we didn't have any food to feed him, but he kept tipping his head. The unique thing was he kept just tipping his head while he was looking at me. Maybe he's curious as to what I was doing. So I kind of slowly brought my camera around. I trained my camera on him. And I just waited until he tipped his head one more time. And that's when I got him looking like that. And I think it's a great expression. I think it's so cute. He's like, "What you doing?" So I was very happy to get that shot. And that was for the month of October. For November, this is some towers. I'm not sure if they're radio towers or microwave towers, but they're on the top of a mountain right here in town over the Seagull River. And I just happen to love the light. This was after a storm. You had that gray, bluish sky and very contrasty and just made those colors pop. The rule in photography is any color that sits against a darker color looks brighter. So I was able to capture this image, and to me, it was a very stunning image, and I was very happy to get that. That's for the month of November. And the last one here, this was a wave crash that I got up here at the Hastings Head Beach area. I was up there one morning, and the high tide was in, and I saw this, the incoming tide crashing against these rocks. And what I did is I slowed my shutter speed down. I think it was down to like 1/5 of a second or 1/15th or something like that, just to get that blur motion to show action. And I was able to capture that image. Okay, and let's see, get that. And now on the back of the on the back of it, you're going to see this. This is just some thumbnails of all the images that are included in this coming year's 2023 calendar. Okay, so you'll see that on the back. Very simple design. I didn't want to, spend a lot of time complicating it. I just like to keep things simple. But yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, guys, there it is. My 2023 photo calendar. Like I said, I don't have an actual physical copy yet. I'm going to get those in about a week, and I will do a follow-up video with those showing you what the actual calendar looks like in my hands. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a preview just in case you're interested. If you are, the direct link is in the description below. Because it is print on demand, you can order 1, 2, 5, 10, 100, well, whatever many you want, and you just pay for it, and they handle all the product fulfillment. They handle the printing, the packaging, the shipping, wherever you want it shipped to in the United States here. And I just take my percentage cut off the profit margin that I've set. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you're going to need a calendar anyway, these make great Christmas gifts. If you're stuck for a Christmas idea, everybody's going to need a calendar anyway. So why not? So I just thought I'd share that with you. And as always, if you got anything out of this video, and I hope you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button. It really helps the channel. I appreciate it. On our way to getting monetized. We're getting close. I'm going to go. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.